So one of the things that the principles and parameters approach was successful in dealing with is movement phenomena or displacement phenomena across languages. So let's do a quick review of how that works. Suppose we are trying to generate the sentence, who will John love? So we know that this who is underlyingly generated as the complement of love, and then it moves via some sort of transformational rule, call it move alpha. So move alpha to the specifier of CP in order to check the plus WH future on C. So the important point of this whole analysis, we have on the one hand, in the principles and parameters approach, we have phrase structure operations, or basically just the X-bar schema. On the other hand, some sort of transformational rules that account for displacement phenomena like WH movement. In minimalism, however, these two things collapse into one single operation. And what's that operation? Merge. So how is it possible that merge can derive something like WH movement? Well, the answer has to do with this distinction between what's called internal merge or I-merge. So internal merge, and external merge. Now, external merge is basically what we've seen in the previous video. You take alpha and you take beta and you make alpha beta. But what happens if the syntactic object that we're operating upon is a previous output of merge? So suppose we're taking something and we're merging it with the set alpha beta. And what if this something else that is being merged with is either alpha or beta? What happens in this case is what we call internal merge. You take some item that's already been formed by a previous application of merge, and then you merge it again with the structure in order to form an even larger structure with this copy. And so in the case at hand, internal merge accounts for WH movement. And what that looks like is essentially, instead of having this gap, and recall we called this a trace, and we indexed it so that it was co-indexed here, and the trace could then receive the theta role from love, and who could be interpreted, or could at least check this plus WH future on C. Now what we're saying is there's not going to be a trace. Instead, there's going to be a copy of who down here. Who will John love? Who? And of course, it's not the case that in English this who is pronounced. It's an empty category. And we'll get to why that is so momentarily. But in terms of big picture analysis, how merge can account for movement phenomena is exactly like this. Instead of saying that we have this element that moves by some sort of operation that's separate from the rules that build phrase structure, what we're saying is both movement phenomena and phrase structure are results of the same underlying operation, namely merge.